What's up, YouTubers, and Happy New Year. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the video game industry in 2018. And this is pretty much a year review type of thing, you know what I'm saying? And of course, pretty much with the video game industry, it had its shares of highs and lows, you know. I'm first pretty much going to talk about the highs, you know what I'm saying? Starting off with the Nintendo Switch. And in that, as of December of 2018, which was last month, it beat the lifetime sales of the original Xbox. And it took the Nintendo Switch less than 2 years to beat the original Xbox in terms of sales, you know what I'm saying, in terms of their units and stuff like that. This is pretty significant because the original Xbox didn't flop or anything like that, which makes the fact that the Nintendo Switch did it in half the time really the more impressive, you know what I'm saying? So this is like a good thing for Nintendo in that regard. Not only that, the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, and the Xbox One X all sold over 1 million units in December. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this has happened with three consoles in a specific year, as far as I know. You know what I'm saying? This hasn't happened with the Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, and and the Sega Saturn. It didn't happen with those three. It didn't happen with the Xbox, PlayStation 2, and GameCube neither. So this is a first, you know what I'm saying, for all three of these consoles. The Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, and Xbox One X to sell 1 million units each before the year ended. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, uh, people were also playing like different games that were released on these three consoles, mainly Spider-Man and God of War. Pretty much the new God of War game for PlayStation 4, pretty much due to the fact that these two are PlayStation 4 exclusives. Then there's Red Dead Redemption 2 for the PC, Xbox One X, and PlayStation 4. Then there's, of course, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, you know what I'm saying, all which were released within the last couple of months of 2018, and people were loving those particular games, you know what I'm saying. And I honestly say that these specific games that I mentioned boost the sales of the PlayStation 4, Xbox One X, and the Nintendo Switch, you know what I'm saying. All of these games had a hand in that, you know. Then there's pretty much the lows, you know what I'm saying. The fact that Hitman, Shadow of the Tomb Raiders, you know what I'm saying, Fallout 76 and Battlefield 5 have all pretty much flopped, either because of they weren't being pushed or promoted by the company that made them, or the fact that like with the example of Fallout 76, yeah, there were a lot of controversy regarding their bags, and people gave them a lot of hate for it. You know what I'm saying? And then there's the horse EA with the controversy over Battlefield 5. You know what I'm saying, about that game being inaccurate as far as the single player campaign is concerned. You know what I'm saying? Then there's the issue of Diablo Immortal, where Blizzard decided just to make a mobile game only, which of course didn't make any sense to me, even though I'm not a Diablo fan. Just to release a mobile phone version of Diablo Immortal. And speaking of Battlefield 5, you know what I'm saying, one of the main issues with that I just mentioned is the inaccuracies with the single player campaign. You know what I'm saying? a woman with a prosthetic arm fighting in the British front line, a dude fighting with katanas in the British Army. I think that was one of the main problems too, you know. And Patrick Sutherland pretty much responded. One of the things he said was that people who the critics were uneducated, and he said if you don't like it, don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? In regards to Battlefield 5, which of course led to the low pre-order sales of Battlefield 5 in this game, particularly flopping. You know what I'm saying? And of course, he resigned after the pre-order sales. Before the pre-order sales came out, then there was the backlash. They were faced against Pat the NES Punk already pretty much mentioned the reason why he faced some backlash. And then there's of course the backlash that was faced against Soldier Boy not too long ago. In fact, last weekend he faced some backlash over some deleted tweets that he made. You know what I'm saying? That of course he was just being just outright stupid for making those tweets. You know what I'm saying? You know. And then there's was a surprising announcement by Nintendo in that they ended the YouTube Creators Program. You know what I'm saying? Where they took a piece of the ad revenue from YouTubers in regards to their first party games. You know what I'm saying? It pretty much nobody honestly saw it coming. I didn't see it coming. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest about that. You know what I'm saying? I always maintained in my mind that they should end it, but I didn't expect them to end it as soon when they did. You know what I'm saying? I thought it would be like within the next, I would say, I would have been thinking like 2021 or something like that, not this soon. But anyway, what do I expect from PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Switch? I would say it's pretty good in my opinion, considering that two of the games that's coming out for this year are the Resident Evil 2 remake for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One X, along with the Mortal Kombat game that's coming out. You know, Mortal Kombat 11 for the Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. So those are the main two games that people are looking forward to, and hopefully there'll be more games that people are getting excited for. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly hope that in 2019 that Nintendo will show some gameplay footage of Metroid Prime 4 at some point in 2019, and I'm thinking that it'll be during the summer. I say June at the earliest, if they're planning on showing some gameplay footage of Metroid Prime 4. You know. So with that being said, sound off in the comment section of the video in regards to the video game industry in 2018. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.